Today we're going to talk about a water treatment facility in the United States in Florida. This water treatment facility provides tap water to all the residents in the area and to companies in the area. This water treatment facility was hacked, and the hacker thought it was a good idea to increase the amount of a chemical called sodium hydroxide by 100-fold. There's chemicals in drinking water? This would have damaged all the piping, and people who drank it would have been in serious health problems. What exactly happened? How did the hacker do it? And what can the water treatment facility have done to prevent this from happening in the first place? All of that in this episode of TheCyberMoose. On February 5th, the hacker was able to connect to the control systems of the water treatment facility in the morning, but actually hasn't done anything as of yet. But get this, right around lunchtime it seems that an operator working in the water treatment facility noticed his mouse dash around his screen for 3 to 5 minutes, the police said. He tracked the arrow as it clicked open one software function after another until it finally landed on the controls to the water levels of sodium hydroxide, also known as lye. He saw a hacker move the mouse on his screen, and he just sat there watching for 3 to 5 minutes. Then he watched the hacker who taken control of the system raise the levels of sodium hydroxide by more than 100-fold, according to police. Oh wow, you're still in control of the system. Whoa, you're gonna increase the amount of sodium hydroxide. Okay. By 100-fold? That could be dangerous. I may just have to do something about this. The operator was able to quickly fix levels moments after the hack, and not a single second before. Adding a little bit of sodium hydroxide to the water is actually a good thing because that controls the acidity or the pH levels of the drinking water. And in doing so, therefore, you get typically the finished drinking water to have a pH that is slightly basic. I think your security was basic. So it's a bit of corrosion control. It makes sure that the pipes stay intact. Because if you use excessive levels of sodium hydroxide, you could actually accelerate corrosion, meaning your pipes may be corroded and you have to revamp and renew them across the whole region. By the way, it says if ingested, the contaminated water with a concentrated level of lye, aka sodium hydroxide, could damage the human cells. But let's make sure we save all the pipes. So how did the hacker get access to the control system of the water treatment facility?
What companies need is a single, powerful, easy, and secure solution that helps them tap into the full potential of hyperconnectivity. This is TeamViewer.
What they're trying to say is that they are the best invention since sliced bread when you want to remotely connect to another computer through the internet. And this is a really good thing. Say, for example, if you have to help someone remotely on a computer problem that they personally cannot fix themselves, but someone else who knows what they're doing could do that remotely. You don't want to end up being like, okay, now click on that button. What do you see? Okay, now click on that. Now what do you see? I don't see anything. I see a red button. It's not gonna work. The problem is now, this water treatment facility was using Windows 7, which is an obsolete operating system. It's now replaced by newer versions of Windows. You should upgrade, you should update. Secondly, it says, all computers share the same password for remote access and appear to be connected directly to the internet without any type of firewall protection installed.
Son of a bitch! You done messed up, Aaron!
And that's a dangerous mixture of everything that's been wrong. To be honest, you don't even have to be a hacker to get into this system. Normally, if you work in a control system that controls a plant or a water treatment facility, you want to make sure that you change your passwords periodically. You have very strong passwords for each individual systems. And you have people who are responsible for ensuring that these passwords are updated and changed and are strong. But none of that was implemented in this facility. And I think that's what the biggest problem has been in this case, and what I fear is the case in many other organizations today and individuals. By the way, are you using the same password in different places as well? Bad mistake. I'm gonna make a video soon to show you how exposed you are. So that brings us to our final question. Who did this?
The Secret Service cyber units are working in this case. They are leading the investigation along with help from the FBI, trying to track down the suspect or suspects behind this hack and trying to determine whether they are here in the U.S. or somewhere overseas. It's the kind of investigation that could take months or longer.
But that's the thing, it's incredibly hard to track down someone who did something like this through the internet. It could have been literally anyone on the globe, from nation states, or maybe just a young kid that watched too many episodes of Mr. Robot. But I think a likely scenario for this would be potentially a disgruntled employee who used to work there and maybe had access to these shared passwords and took them home and was able to connect remotely and do what has been done. Essentially, what would make sense is to talk to the company TeamViewer and see if they have access to event logs and whether they can see the IP addresses of the session that was used to do the two logins on the day of the hack and maybe trace that back. So if you enjoy to learn more about cybersecurity videos and hacks in the world, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll teach you all about those in the future. This was another episode of CyberMoose. My name is Ali. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.